Alright, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Trading Places from 1983. We even see the Rocky Balboa statue. You can tell we're in Pennsylvania, and directed by John Landis. So we now see the butler's house, Coleman, played by Denholm Elliott, delivering breakfast to his superior, Louis Winthorpe III, played by Dan Aykroyd. So he gets ready for the day as Coleman will drive him to see someone named Penelope, but first he has to go to work, and walks to his office and sees pork belly around the stock page. Next scene at this very fancy mansion, we see the owners and founders of the Duke and Duke Company that Winthorpe works at, the Duke brothers. On the right, you see Mortimer Duke, played by Don Amici, and Randolph Duke, played by Ralph Bellamy. As the two now head out with the mansion staff greeting them for the day, Duke brothers are concerned about pork belly prices since Winthorpe would sell it for more. And the Duke brothers made a lot of money, and Winthorpe kissing his girlfriend's picture. Next scene, we see the Duke brothers being dropped off at the Heritage Club here and see a homeless man. His name is Billy Ray Valentine, played by Eddie Murphy, and you can tell Billy's faking it here, ha ha ha. And the Duke brothers are stressing over stuff written in these magazines, and here comes Ezra giving their drinks. Next scene, we see Winthorpe walking to the Heritage Club to meet with the Duke brothers, needed to sign some checks.
Doesn't seem to be a Clarence Beeks employed with the firm. Clarence Beeks,
Clarence Beeks, huh? So the Duke brothers show their appreciation for Winthorpe as he has to leave to go to see Penelope. And outside we see Billy again continue to ask for money, and these cops come over to see him. Pretending he was stationed in the Vietnam War.
I can see! I have legs! I have oh shit! Look at this! Man! I can walk!
Well, it was funny while it lasted, and he slowly gets away from the cops and sees more cops, and here comes out Winthorpe bumping into Billy. And he thought Billy was stealing his briefcase, but he runs inside and just runs around and ends up getting arrested. And Winthorpe would like to press charges, and Randolph Duke interested in Billy's life for a social experiment soon. And Mortimer not liking Billy already. Now the two brothers are so bored, they're willing to place a bet that Billy Ray Valentine can do a better job doing Louis Winthorpe III's job. So next scene, Winthorpe is with his fiancée for dinner, Penelope, speaking about the so-called robbery today. And this happens.
I want you, Louis.
Well, there goes the nice dessert, and Coleman now gets a call from one of the Dukes for a scientific experiment, and hangs up the phone and calls the Duke a scumbag. Next scene, Winthorpe and Penelope are having some time alone, and he's getting lucky as she undresses, and comes in Coleman, asking Winthorpe needs him again tonight, and Winthorpe says no. The next day, Billy's in jail acting like Bruce Lee, and these two big guys say otherwise, and pretends he was a pimp after calling one of them Barry White. And the two big guys are ready to beat up Billy and continue to act like Bruce Lee, and the cop comes to announce Billy has made bail. And here come the Duke brothers, and the Duke brothers offer Billy everything: a house, a car, a bank account, and an $80,000 a year salary, and think these two are
Randy, that's like Randy Jackson from the Jackson 5, right?
Yes, I suppose.
So they made it to the experimental home, where Coleman's now asked to serve Billy Ray Valentine this time, and he's so confused, and is enjoying his bubbly bathtub. And Mortimer wants Billy's clothes to be stored somewhere else, and Billy acting crazy and excited now that he's been given this new life rather quickly, and is only stealing for himself. He just broke a $35,000 vase. Next scene at the Heritage Club, we see Winthorpe walking as the Duke brothers are signaling to the private detective here that he needs to get rid of Winthorpe. And his name's Clarence Beeks. Well, what do you know? In the flesh too, played by Paul Gleason. Now inside the Heritage Club, the Heritage Club is getting ready for a ceremony, and this happens.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Everyone is ready to go as the club president announces that there's a thief among them. As head of security, Clarence Beeks will kindly point that out. As everyone follows the instructions, as Beeks mentions that the thief will have $50 bills with red X's on them. And the Duke brothers tell the security to take away Winthorpe. Now at the police station, with Clarence whispering to the cop here, who was also in the Blues Brothers movie, whispers to him about Winthorpe. And now these two cops yell at Winthorpe to strip his clothes off.
Take off your clothes.
Now wait a minute. I know my rights.
Take off your clothes.
As the two cops now search all Winthorpe's belongings, he even finds PCP drug packet. And yes, it was purposely planted. And now gets the mugshot taken, and the next scene we see Billy Ray Valentine entering this bar as he asks the bartender for a drink, played by Bill Cobbs. This actor is everywhere, I kid you not. And pays back the bartender what interest this time, and this girl now here to comfort the new rich Billy Ray Valentine. And he buys everyone here drinks, and it's the same two guys from Billy's prison cell who who spot him and are still interested in his limousine, so Billy points outside. Billy continues to buy more drinks for ladies he's going to bring home, and so far they're turning it into a mess with this mini party. And Coleman says somebody's in Billy's bedroom and it's a naked girl. I'll skip that. Who's gonna tell him? Haha. And Billy tells everyone to f*** off, even those two guys from the jail cell, and Coleman says Billy should retire for the night. Next day at the prison, we see Lewis Winthorpe III again, beaten up, and Clarence Beeks is back too and sees a prostitute that can help him out. And her name is Ophelia, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. And Penelope's back too as she waits for Winthorpe.
They beat me up and stole my clothes. Those men wanted to have sex with me.
Is this somewhere else, Lewis?
So far Winthorpe embarrasses Penelope. Oh man, poor Penelope. And the two walk out as Clarence signals Ophelia that's the guy. I honestly forget who Todd is. And Ophelia pointing towards a road, the guy that paid her to do this to Winthorpe, and disappears. Clarence Beeks disappears. So in the cab back to Winthorpe's house, as he'll pay Ophelia $50 to screw off for good, and two have made it to the Winthorpe residence. Coleman rejecting his real master says he's paid to play dumb for the Duke brothers' social experiment. But the two go to the bank now as he would like to withdraw $1,000 now, and the bank teller calls in the manager, the security guy here, and responds to Winthorpe that the IRS has frozen Winthorpe's bank accounts and have repossessed all of his credit cards and has been kicked out of the bank. And Ophelia just wants to go home. And he wants her to believe him that he's rich, so she'll take Winthorpe home.
Right there, the dude right over there. That's my car.
And Billy has made it to the first day at work at the Duke and Duke Corporation as the secretary points Billy to the Duke's brother's office and walks in to greet the two evil clowns and show him what this company's all about. And explains everything well to Billy, and he knows these two are bookies. Next scene, Winthorpe carries groceries for Ophelia and greets these three guys now, and inside her apartment as Winthorpe continues to complain seeing Billy with his clothes on. And Ophelia tells him to shut up, and as she makes an effort to take care of Winthorpe for now.
You're a prostitute.
Yeah, no amount of money can fix stupid. So she takes her top off now, and she expects a 5-figure payment until Winthorpe is back to his old life. And back at the Duke and Duke company as the three are having a price meeting, and Billy shows up his pricing expertise, and Randolph Duke is impressed. And this happens.
All right. Nice try, Mortimer.
Pathetic. Mortimer's gonna lose a bet. Haha, poor sucker. And now it's the country club with Penelope sitting, and we see these guys singing, and here comes Winthorpe looking for Penelope. And she's already embarrassed. And no one here wants to help him, so he now goes to the pawn shop, and the shopkeeper rejects his expensive watch. But the shopkeeper will pay him $50 for it, but Winthorpe wants more. So they both agree on $50. This is what Ophelia wanted in the first place, right?
How much for the gun?
He's gonna shoot himself. So next scene we see Billy again having a company dinner, and right outside we see Winthorpe watching the whole thing. Now this guy here asks Billy's opinion on wheat. And Winthorpe not liking this at all. And next scene, Winthorpe is back home with Ophelia since he's sick. And here comes her 10 o'clock appointment. Of course, but she tells him to do this another time as Ophelia undresses herself to comfort Winthorpe. And the next morning, she checks his temperature since it's almost Christmas time now. And he sees the newspaper that Billy Ray Valentine is doing an exceptional job at Duke and Duke. Now at the Christmas party at Duke and Duke company, and we see Bad Santa there stealing the goodies. And Billy's back in his office and sees something wrong. We see the Bad Santa in the costume and it's Winthorpe stealing food. And here comes Billy greeting the Duke brothers, asking about a Clarence Beeks, who has $10,000 payment to be given to, and Mortimer takes a check in a hurry.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Duke. What? Merry Christmas. Oh. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
So yeah, this has happened at the beginning of the movie. $50,000. And comes in Winthorpe in the office to plant drugs to get his life back from Billy Ray Valentine. And here comes the Duke brothers. He runs away, Winthorpe and the Duke brothers acting confused as to what Winthorpe has become. Now inside the bathroom as Billy's here to smoke, and now for the moment of truth.
Into a violently deranged would-be killer.
He heads out and sees a drunk Lewis Winthorpe III leaving the building. And mistakes the guy from Winthorpe. And now Winthorpe is made onto the bus as he now eats his hairy salmon he stole and has made it to a stop. And shooting himself didn't work. And Winthorpe has made it back to Ophelia's, and Billy has made it here. And she calls up Winthorpe to tell him that Billy Ray Valentine is here. and he tries to kill himself by ingesting too many pills.
Louis.
It was close, but he's
Now at Billy's place, the doctor here, played by Philip Bosco, tells Coleman here that Winthorpe will be fine, and Winthorpe thinking he dreamt the whole thing, and Coleman was obviously paid to follow the Dukes, and blames on Billy Ray Valentine as he chokes him to death.
for how much? $1. $1.
Just for $1? That's how cheap these bros are? Just for a f***ing $1? Oh, by the way, it's Christmas time now in the movies, so yeah, this scene takes place on Christmas Day. So Winthorpe chooses to kill the Duke brothers for now, and Ophelia spots a news headline for more frozen orange juice and sees Clarence Beeks on TV. And to stop this frozen orange juice deal, Billy Ray Valentine first tries to get in touch with Clarence Beeks, but instead Billy listens to the conversation from his office between Clarence and Mortimer to know the rest of the frozen orange juice plan. The meetup will happen at a Hilton Hotel in New York as he talks in military language. So Clarence has made it to the train and through this Christmas costume party, and Harvey here, played by Jim Belushi, is having some fun. So King Kong, and now here comes Billy posed as an African foreigner from Cameroon. Meanwhile, these two delivery guys are asked to store the gorilla in the cage, one of them being Al Franken, the comedian from SNL from the 80s. Short one, that's him. So yeah, they're asked to store the gorilla somewhere safe, and here comes Coleman posing as an Irish foreigner. Well, luckily, Clarence has never seen these two ever, just Winthorpe. And here comes the final foreigner from Sweden as she asks Clarence to put her bag at the top space there and switches the briefcases. And the gorilla is super hungry, and here comes Billy as he hands Winthorpe the briefcase in the bathroom. And the delivery baggage handling guys are enjoying the costume party, and here comes Winthorpe posed as Jamaican guy.
Open the door, man.
And Clarence knows it's Winthorpe and takes his gun out, and directs the four of them to the baggage compartment, and Harvey joins in, and this happens. So the four of them take care of Clarence and Harvey, and King Kong back there is just loving this. And the baggage handler guys are liking what they see, that King Kong is a new friend in the cage with them. And Billy is there in the dark posing as Clarence Beeks, so the Duke brothers are there to get the report for the money, and Billy fooled them well in the Hilton Hotel parking lot. So next scene, Billy and Louis are ready to head out, and Louis kissing Ophelia, and the Duke brothers have made it to the location where they're going to sell as many frozen orange juice as they can, the stocks. And Louis and Billy are ready to head inside the stock price boardroom or price negotiation or the training center.
What are they doing here?
They're selling, Mortimer.
And the Duke brothers are losing money off of their frozen orange juice stock price, and here comes the Minister of Agriculture ready to state the estimates for next year's orange crop on TV. So the Duke brothers are losing money and no one bought the orange crop as Louis and Billy played their game, and Happy New Year. And these two clowns owe $394 million after losing all that orange crop share.
Mortimer, your brother's not well. We better call an ambulance.
Fuck him! Now you listen to me. I want trading reopened right now.
And they're wondering what happened to Beeks since he's been shipped off to Africa. And we ended here in Hawaii, enjoying all of that. And that is Trading Places from 1983, a fantastic movie. Same director as the Blues Brothers movie from 1980. Closest thing to a Christmas movie I could find, but that's it from me. I'll see you next time, the next episode. Take care, see you soon, and watch away. As always, almost Merry Christmas, enjoy the last few days of Hanukkah, and almost Happy Kwanzaa, and almost Happy New Year, and I'll see you later.